Once again, I request all of you who are all outside, please come at the earliest, please.
ನೋಡ ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಂ ಕೊಡು, ರಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ಆ ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಂ ಕಡೆ. ஆரம்பிச்சதுக்கப்புறம் யாரும் உள்ளே விடாதீங்க. வெளியில் சேரி இருக்குது, அங்கே அதை மேலே
So,
ஓம் ஸ்தாபகாய ச தர்மஸ்ய சர்வதர்மஸ்வரூபிணே அவதாரவரிஷ்டாய ராமகிருஷ்ணாய தே நமः. Meditation, usually people like two things very much. One is meditation, another is yoga. But unfortunately, nobody holds on to it throughout. Some days they do it, some months they do it, probably some years also may do it, and that too I do not know how continuously they do it. But if you want to find success in meditation, it has to be, you have to read the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Sage Patanjali is the man who actually developed this meditation. It's a very old method, old practice. And he has written that Yoga Sutras, number of sutras. In one of the sutras, he says, Satu Dirghakala Nairantarya Asevita Drudha Bhumihi. Drudha Bhumi means if you want to get well established in the meditation, you have to have certain principles, that is Dirghakala. There is no short course for that. You have to, people announce 2 months meditation course, 1 month meditation course. It is all nothing but commercial. It is not going to give you the benefit, or you are not going to attain anything by that meditation. It's very clear. Patanjali, who had practiced himself and who had attained the perfection through meditation. So he says, Dirghakala. Dirghakala means for a long time. How long? As long as we live. Till the end of our life, we have to practice meditation. Nairantarya. The second condition he puts is Nirantara, continuously. That means no break in between. 3 days I will do. After 2 days I had some other work. I had no time. Or 6 months you have done. Afterwards you have stopped for a short while. Then Vyasa Maharshi, he has written a commentary on Patanjali Yoga Sutras. There he says, and commenting on this word Nairantarya or Nirantara or continuous. Then he says if you have done for 6 years and you have broken it for 1 or 2 days, think that the next day is your first day in meditation. What all you had done and attained, all that thing will go away. You have to start fresh again. That means because of the seriousness, what he says. Asevita, the next point. We all meditate. How? Simply as a rule, as a condition, my Guru has said, I should meditate, so let me sit and meditate. If you do like that, there is no benefit at all, he says. Now, asevita means with love. We should be eager when the meditation time comes. Let me sit, let me do it. So with that mind, if we do it, then only you will find success. Otherwise, meditation will be only a physical exercise for most of us. Every day we think, and we also think, what have I gained? Your mind will say, you have gained nothing. So, anyhow, it's a long talk. Since you have to be asked to meditate for some time, at least for 10 minutes, we shall try to sit and meditate. The first condition, wherever you are sitting, either on chair or on the floor, the first condition is your body must be straight. It is very difficult in one day, you will not be able to achieve, but you have to do it. That is all. So, sit erect. Wherever you are sitting on the chair also, it is possible to sit erect. So, keep your hands free and hold like this and sit. And one thing is, today you are going to meditate for 10 minutes. So this 10 minutes, please do not talk, please do not change your position once you have sat straight. You should continuously in the same position. No doubt in the beginning days it is difficult, but if you practice, definitely you will be able to do it. Patanjali has not said anything which a man cannot do. Everything is possible, and by this, following the instructions of Patanjali, you will become a yogi. Whether you realize God or not, there is the next issue. But the yogic posture we call it as. So you will become a yogi by practicing sitting straight without moving any of our organs, whether hand or leg or whatever it is. So when we start sitting for meditation, the same position must be there at least for 10 minutes. More than that it is very difficult, I know. That too, when you have not practiced earlier, and we are starting meditation now, and there is no age restrictions for meditation. You need not regret, from my young age I should have done it and all those things. Today is the day, today will be the beginning day, and you can find the fruits of your success automatically after doing it for at least for 2 months. 2 months every day you practice. And there are so many other conditions. Now if I start going into it, whole things will go in lecture itself. So let us start meditating. Sit straight, erect, and close your eyes. Don't open your eyes till I utter the Shanti mantras in the end. So then what next? Sitting is easy, that too with difficulty I will sit straight. What next? Next is close your eyes. Why should I close my eyes? Because these external things should not disturb me. Anywhere anything is going on, immediately our mind will turn towards that and we will start observing that. So let our mind be completely indrawn. To make the mind indrawn, the eyes are to be closed. So we close the eyes and then what next? There are hundreds and thousands of thoughts in your mind. Now you have to bring it into the control, all those thoughts. To do that, the thing is to have one thought, any one thought, and concentrate on that. Even that is difficult. So what you do is easy to concentrate our own body. So what you do is now what we call the breathing exercise. It is possible to concentrate your mind on your breathing. That is how breath is coming out and coming in. And also we have two nostrils. Once you become a yogi, you will understand that you are progressing in spiritual life. The breathing must be with both the nostrils. Taking in, taking out. Usually if you observe carefully, you will see always we are breathing with one nose only. Either left or right or right or left, like that, changing or whatever it is. With one nose only we are breathing. Because we are breathing in one nose, Patanjali calls it as irregular breathing. It is not a regular breathing. Irregular breathing is this. So we should practice taking oxygen inside with both the nostrils and in the same time leaving it outside. That to practice it, what you do is close one nostril first and then breathe in with the other. As much as you can, take inside the oxygen, then hold it with the other nose, slowly leave that. It should be equal time. As much time you breathed in, so much time you should breathe out. Not cut and other things. Slowly you have to practice. Taking in is easy, but immediately it rushes out when you release the other nose. That you will have to control. Slowly you have to breathe and keep your mind on that. How the breath is going in, how the breath is coming out. Now, this oxygen alone, there is nothing but oxygen, what you are taking and leaving out carbon dioxide. What you are taking in, you should know that it travels whole your body. From head to foot, it travels, and oxygen is very necessary for breathing, we all know. That is, once you take in, but for 10 years if you practice, you will be able to understand how it is going in and traveling whole of your body. So, once it starts going in, the oxygen which you took, it becomes prana. Prana, we have all heard the word prana. And when man dies, we say prana hortoito. Prana has gone. That is nothing but this your oxygen which you have taken in. That has gone, so we call it as a prana has gone. Whatever it is. Now we shall start. You close one nose 5 times. Because in the beginning it is difficult. 5 times you take in as much as you can and then close both the nostrils and leave it from the right nostril what all you have taken in. This again, take it from the right nostril and leave it from the left nostril. That we shall do it today. And if you like, you can also utter Om while taking in Om. Again while leaving So, this you practice first for 5 times. Then gradually, every day, go on increasing. 5 should become 8, 5 should become 10, 5 should become 20, up to 100 you can make it. It takes a long time, 100 means. But by practice, you will be able to do it. As I said, Patanjali has not said anything which is not possible. Everything is possible, abhyasa yogat. He says, by abhyasa, and yoga means practice, tan nirodha, you can control the breath, he says. Controlling of the breathing can be done by constant practice. So let us start. I will utter the Om. Along with that Om, you go on. If you want, you also utter. Otherwise, go on taking the breath inside. Then when I stop that, and again when I start Om, slowly leave your right side, this one, exhausting. Inhaling and exhausting. So now let us start. Now leave. Again inhale. Now exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I don't know how many of you are able to do it, but you might have done it, but the concentration was not there on Om, isn't it? Very mechanically you are uttering the Om. Our concentration should go on that Omkara. This Omkara is a thing which is always it is there in this world. According to Mandukya Upanishad, the Omkara has become this world. And again the world goes back to this Omkara. So this Omkara gives you a very pleasant, and also it is, always it is in the world. Because of the external noise of the world, we don't hear that Omkara. If we can practice continuously for a long time, this meditation, you will see, you will be able to hear that Omkara in your ears. From Omkara only this world has come, and we also have come, and to this Omkara we return, and this world also merges in this Omkara. That's why this importance is given to this Omkara. So, and this Omkara is made up of 3 letters, Akara, Ukara, Makara. Anything in this world you utter, the words you hear, you can see that in that either one of these 3 words will be there. Either Akara will be there, or Ukara will be there, or Makara will be there. And all the 3 are there when you become absolutely still. The highest concentration state, when you reach, you will see that Omkara has spread everywhere. So, this meditation slowly practice, and also in the beginning, for a simple to get concentration, utter any one of the mantras from the Upanishads, either Asatvama, Sadgamaya, or many of the number of small mantras are there. That if you utter Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, the word is that Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnameva, Purnameva Viditishthati. It means this universe has come, universe is Purna, complete. Purna means this universe has come from Purna, and again it goes back to Purna, and whatever is there existing in this world, it is Purna, because Omkara is there everywhere. Purna is nothing but Omkara. So that is why we give so much importance to this Omkara. So everyday practice, go on increasing it, then you will attain the supreme. Only from meditation one has to get liberation. The life should end with meditation, because meditation is everything. And meditation is controlling ourselves, both body, mind and everything. So let us all try to meditation. In fact, the word meditation has come from Latin mediatri. Mediatri means actually controlling or liberating. So this meditation actually what we do is to get liberation, to become free from the bondages of this world. So all of you practice as much as possible whenever you get time, and then especially when we travel in bus. When we travel in bus, what do? We, to the neighbors, whoever is sitting, we go on chit-chatting, or we start reading newspaper. That bus travel, during travel, if you close your eyes and in-drawn yourself, then you will see, when you sit for meditation, how easy it becomes to meditate. So all the waste of time which we are wasting for other things, it should be utilized for meditation. It will prepare your mind for the meditation which you sit in the evening. Otherwise only worldly thoughts will be revolving in your mind. So if we take the spiritual life seriously, there are hundreds of ways to attain liberation. Meditation is one of those. Thank you.
Our humble hello. Our humble pranams to Swami Raghaveshanand Ji Maharaj for having explained the concept of meditation, and which has been propounded by sage Patanjali. So Swamiji has given us a start, and it's our duty to follow in this meditation path and achieve the sublime bliss. Thank you, Swamiji. Yeah, dear audience participants, now we will be having the simple yoga exercises for senior citizens. It will be conducted by Dr. Bhanumurthy. So please.
Devo Bhava and Pitru Devo Bhava, you all have done lot of contributions. So it is an honor to have the valuable time of great souls like you. So I'm very thankful for your presence. So today we will try to touch upon on the subject of yoga lifestyle. I would use the word more as a lifestyle, way of life, rather than as postures or breathing. So firstly we'll start with a prayer. I would like all of you keep your hands in Chin Mudra, like this, on your hands, on your thighs. Can you kindly keep your backs erect, please, straight. Don't take the back support until unless you would need the support. And try your level best to keep your feet free and no bags or anything with you. You can keep them down. And kindly a little more straighter backs, please, and head would be straighter. And let's all close our eyes and we all observe the silence. Volunteers, please help them with the Chin Mudra. Check on the Chin Mudra, please. Watch every person. Mani. We now closed eyes. Let's become aware of our body, head to toes. Start observing your feet. Rest the feet very comfortably on the carpet. Make sure the bottom of feet is well experienced. The moment you would be aware of a part of the body, the calmness which would set in. We now become aware of the calf muscles, knee joints, the thigh region, entire back region. The back region is very important because all the chakras are there in our back, and also the flow of the main nadis, they have an influence on the spinal region. The more we are erect, the prana shakti flow from the brain to the lower end of the spine is a free flow. If we tend to bend our backs, so the flow of energy is minimized. This is the reason Swamijis are very particular that the back needs to be erect and head, neck and back well aligned. And try your level best to keep your elbows straighter, please. Don't bend at your elbows. Hands should be straighter. There are carpets in the front. Whoever would like to sit on the carpet, kindly inform the volunteers. They'll make the needful. And hands should not bend at the elbows. The reason being, there are a lot of energy channels which are in the arms. The most primary things are lung channel, large intestine channel, small intestine and the heart channel are in your arms. So these channels, if you bend at your elbows, the prana shakti doesn't flow freely to your fingertips. So the palms are very, very important. We need to sensitize them by the posture so that the prana shakti flows from the shoulder joints to the fingertips. So let's experience the arms. Now we would visualize our face. Kindly observe all the parts of your face. The moment you observe the body, which is the Annamaya Kosha, our mind will slowly move on towards the Pranamaya Kosha, which is about the breath. Now that we are aware of the posture head to toes with an internal observation, there is a sense of free flow of energy, especially Prana Shakti flowing head to toes. Let's be in this experience of the body awareness for some time. Head to toes, we are being aware of every part of the body. We are slowly trying to move our awareness from external within. Let's now move our awareness to observe our breathing. Please watch your breathing. Don't make any effort. Just be a witness to how is my breathing happening. Am I inhaling or not? If I am I taking a deep breath or not? Let's become aware of our breathing. Now that you are aware of your breathing, let's now make an effort. Try to breathe in very deep. Take a deep breath as much your lungs can fill the air. And when you feel I can't, don't push it. Then you start slowly exhaling. Breathe in deep. Take a deep breath. And very slowly breathe out. Just breathing, please. Take a deep breath in and you would slowly breathe out. Now that we are aware of the deep breathing, let's now support the breathing. So now we will focus only on abdomen breathing. When you breathe in, expand your abdomen as much as you can. Make your abdomen big and slowly breathe out. Okay. Breathe in. Please don't go by instruction, go by your own pace. Each one's breathing is different. Breathe in deep. Only the abdomen breathing. And you would slowly breathe out. Take a deep breath in, only the abdomen please focus. And you would slowly breathe out. Kindly don't take the low back support, because the low back support is not good, because then you will not be very comfortable with the breathing. Breathe in deep. And you would slowly breathe out. Kindly don't open your eyes. If you open your eyes, your focus is lost. Now, let's focus on chest breathing. When you breathe in deep so that all your ribs will move up like a bucket handle. Like a bucket handle, how it lifts up, the ribs have to move up when you breathe in. And when you breathe out, allow all the ribs to go down. Take a deep breath. Allow the ribs to move up so that the lungs get the space to open up. And when you breathe out, allow all the ribs to fall down. Very important, every time you exhale, have the bhava of surrender. Then the exhalation completes. Take a deep breath in, create more space for the lungs to expand. And when you breathe out, slowly release. Any of you would prefer to be on the carpet, please tell our volunteers, they'll make the space for you. Breathe in deep, and you would slowly breathe out. Now we shall move on to observe our nostrils, left and right. Left nostril is Ida Nadi and right nostril is Pingala. So in yoga it is always said the Ida and Pingala Nadi should always be balanced, which is the sun energy and the moon energy. Usually with age, the sun energy becomes dull. So the right nostril breathing may not be up to the mark. So kindly try to breathe in, being aware of your right left nostril. Take full air as much as you can. And when you feel I cannot, start exhaling on your own, very, very slow. Sage Patanjali says, if you want to improve your breathing, you have to work on your exhalations. Inhalations are very difficult to improve until you learn how to exhale the best. So now take a deep breath, and when you breathe out, try to do it very slow as you can. Now this will help the inhalation get better. Take a deep breath in and breathing out, try to do as slow as you can. You are like a regulator. The release of air at any second should be minimal. And try not to blow the air into your nostrils, which is a sudden release, which is not going to help the inhalation. Now once again, take a deep inhalation. Make sure your shoulders also respond. Breathe out very slow. The moment you start breathing out slow, the mind calms down. Take a deep breath in. This is Prana Shakti. What you are inhaling is Prana Shakti. And when you are breathing out, you are exhaling the carbon dioxide and you are creating space for oxygen. Now one last attempt. Take a deep breath in and you would slowly breathe out. Now this is what Sage Patanjali has said us, that to gain a mastery on the mind is very, very difficult. So Sage Patanjali has said, first gain mastery on your body, then work on your breathing. Now Sage Patanjali has clearly said controlling thoughts is one of the most difficult thing. So Sage Patanjali has given us such a great wisdom. If you want to control your mind, your thoughts, work on your breathing. As slow you breathe, you get mastery on your breathing. This mastery on the breathing leads us to Manomaya Kosha, which is mind and emotions. So please continue deep breathing as you keep listening, so that we are setting a rhythm for our breath. So as we regulate our breathing, we slip in to the Manomaya Kosha. We are moving within. Gradually we'll get a mastery on our emotions. Emotions are the ones which regulate the thoughts. So this is why smartest achievement and guidance by Sage Patanjali, work on your breathing, you will gain mastery on your emotions. Once you gain mastery on your emotions, controlling the thoughts becomes easy. Now, let's just observe our thought pattern. What are the kind of thoughts that is coming into my mind right now? And whatever thought comes to your mind, kindly don't react, because the more you're trying to control the thoughts becomes like a monkey. It will become very difficult. The more you ignore the thoughts will settle down. Like dust settles down, the thoughts will calm down. So just be a witness, but don't react. Just all that you need to do is don't add an additional thought to whatever the thought has come. And just focus on breathing at the background. Now that we are not reacting to our thoughts, we are being like a Sakshi Bhava. The mind is going within. Now this helps us to move towards the Vijnanamaya Kosha, and that tends to slow down. And gradually we are leading on to the Anandamaya Kosha. So until unless we have a mastery on Annamaya Kosha, which is the physical body, Pranamaya Kosha, which is the breathing, Manomaya Kosha, which is mind and emotions, Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is about our intellect, it is very difficult to reach Anandamaya Kosha, which is purely soul. Now you have slowly slipped in to the Anandamaya Kosha. It is just a state of joy. Just remain there for some time, experiencing the Anandamaya Kosha, which is soulful, blissful. With this awareness, we'll spend few seconds here. Now with this awareness, let us all do Om chants together. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Now I would like you all to be aware of your body head to toes. As we do the Om chants, you can experience the vibrations of Om influencing every cell in our body head to toes. Breathe, take a deep breath, please. A deep breath in. When you do the chants, all of you please be like a child. The best of your voice will come out. Don't look for the best chant, just let it happen. Take a deep breath. Kindly repeat this chant. It's a Yogasana mantra. Yogena Chitasya. Yeah. Yogena Chitasya. Padena Vacham. Padena Vacham. Malam Shari Rasya Cha. Malam Shari Rasya Cha. Vaidya Kena. Vaidya Kena. Yopakarotam. Yopakarotam. Pravaram Muninam. Pravaram Muninam. Patanjalim. Patanjalim. Pranjalirana Tosmi. Pranjalirana Tosmi. We now just observe silence, and in the silence, whenever your mind tends to get distracted or goes into the past or the future, just watch your breathing. The mind immediately would calm down. Kindly just experience the state of body, breath, mind and emotions, leading to a state of Ananda, the Anandamaya Kosha experience. Now all of you kindly rub your palms well. All the fingers and the palms, rub it well. Nice friction, please. There should be a warmth built up in all your fingers, and while you're doing this, the head should not bend, please. The head has to be erect, otherwise the prana shakti will not flow in your spine. Now place the palms on your closed eyes and all the fingers being on your forehead. Fingers being on your forehead, the cup of your palms will be covering the eyes, eyeballs. Kindly stay there for some time. Experience the soothing touch of the palms, prana shakti, soothing the eyes, which are soul. Eyes represents the soul. So we are soothing touch to the eyes. And gently bring your hands down and kindly open your eyes. And now I would request all of you to kindly stand. You can come onto the floor. There's one step in front of you. And women, I would like you all to tie up your saris. So because we have some practices, you can tie up your saris so that your hands are free. So now, Manikanta. Okay. Now all of you lift your head up. Here. Come here. Hello. Come onto the stage. Look up. Just lift your head. I know many of you may have blood pressure and related to tablets. So kindly don't lift the head too much beyond what you can. Just be optimal. Okay, lift your head up. Sanjay. Down. Now you can go. You can. Slowly put your head down, and all you need to hold your hands like this. Okay. Now, look up please, and slowly put your heads down as if there's no strength in your neck. Just hang the head freely. Don't strain. Just put your heads down. Yes. Now slowly lift your head up. Sir, all of you, sir, please hold your hands back. Kindly hold your hands back, please, at the wrist. The volunteers watch. Go behind. Watch everybody. थोड़ा बच्चे को भेजे ना. Look up. Slowly down. Very slow. Yes. Please stay there. I want to see how many of you are doing great. That's very nice. Slowly look up, please. And the concept is to soften your neck and shoulders. Don't keep it tight. Lift your head up and leave the head back. Now slowly come back, please. There's one. Yeah, stop, please. Sir, there with the white dress there. Yeah, can you do it, sir, once? Lift your head up, sir. See, sir, all of you can watch how well he's doing. Please give him a big clap. Very nice performance. Beautiful. Slowly come back, sir. Yeah, now let's all try, please. Lift your head up, sir. All of you. Leave the head free. Soft neck and shoulders. Now slowly put your heads down. Here. Go corrections. Down. Call more boys, no? You. Look up. Slowly down. Very slow. Kindly don't move your body. Only the neck. Very slow. Kindly be as slow as you can. Now slowly lift your head up. Very, very nice, sir. All the children, such a big motivation for the kids. If you are all free, you have to come here for corrections. If you are free, students. 5 minutes. Fine. Slowly put your heads down. Up. Lift your heads up. This time, you all are going to close your eyes, please. Ellaru kannu muchbeku. Just experience the neck and shoulders. try to keep it soft. Now slowly come back to initial position. Now you can turn your head to your right. To your right. Manikantha, head movement. Come up. Turn your head to your right without moving your shoulders. Okay. Left, slowly to your left. One sari maators. Sanjay Karsan. Right. Sorry. Very good. The vision will help. Try to see as far as you can see. Automatically the head will turn. Left. See here, correction. Slowly, slowly, slowly. You go. Corrections, Mala. Watch out. Right. This is, sir, correction needs to be done here. Correct him, no? Head should be like this. So turn like that. Yeah, slowly, slowly, slowly. They can't do much. Only show small. Sak. Enough, enough. Left. Only the method you should show them. Don't try to do too much, okay? Right. Kindly don't move your shoulders. Some of you are moving your shoulders, please. Yes, ma'am. Left. Very slowly to your left. Hand should be folded at the wrist, otherwise the head will not turn. Now slowly come back to initial position. Now all of you keep your hands front like this. Now do the wrist movement like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now you'll have to all the inner joints should bend and then release it. Tighten it, release it. Tighten it, release it. Tighten it, release it. Tighten it, release it. Now all of and rotate it. One thing, this might be slow because I don't want any words. Very soft, loose, out, then in. Now hands like this, bend, straight. Most important is to be straight. What is this? Watch the hands. Bend, straight. Bend, straight, ready, bend, straight, slow, bend, straight, now hands to the side, and hands should be at the shoulder level first. A lot of mothers' hands are down, can you lift up? Yeah. Your hands has become, yeah. Or turn your head so check your hand is at the shoulder level. Yes. Now turn your palms up. Now hands fold like this. And open it. The hands should not come down. Bend. Open. Bend. Open. Bend. Open. Bend. Open, bend, open. Now these are all called as Sukshma Vyayama, which is all meant for the joints. Because as you get older, the Vata increases. So there is no flow. So this will help for the free flow of the Prana Shakti, blood vessels, and also make the joints supple. So raise it up like that. And your hand should come close to the ears, like closer. Now bring it down slowly. See, when you bring it down, the elbow should go like that. You cannot bring the elbow forward. It should be to the side. Otherwise, front and back
will not balance. Can you keep it all like this, please? Now go up. Hands close to the ears, please. Yeah. Now bring it down. Many of your mothers' hands are going like this. Please keep it open. Yeah. Now lift up, please. Slowly down. Yes. Up. Now all of you stay here for a while. Now hands should be close to the ears. Now slowly bring it back. Up. Slowly down. See here, you got to be very slow. As slow you do, the breathing exhalation will happen. So slowly raise it up. Very slow. So you are inhaling now. When you do this, you are exhaling. When you do this, you are making an inhalation. Stand you give. Give me a stand.
Stand.
Yeah, stand. So lift up. That stand. And slowly bring it down. Breathe in, raise it up. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. Yeah. Slowly breathe out. Yes. Now breathe in, go up, breathe out, bring it back. Now, all of you should keep your hands like this. And when you breathe in, separate your hands. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, slowly bring it back. Very slow. Breathe in deep. Those who want to sit down, you can sit down and do it, please. Whenever you feel like sitting down, you can. Breathe out, slowly bring it. Kindly don't touch the others. Breathe in very deep. And slowly breathe out. Now all of you keep your hands like this. Now breathe in like this. Sir, interlock the fingers, sir. There. Volunteers, watch. Slowly breathe out. Watch my elbows. Elbows have to come down. The elbows down. Now breathe in like this. Turn your palms in. First you have to touch the palms. And then get the elbows down so that your thumbs come to the chest. Yeah, once again. Can you breathe in? Yeah. Amma, you have to turn the palms like that. Yeah. Turn the palms in and slowly bring it back. Breathe in. Yeah, open the palms towards me. Yes. Turn the palms in and slowly bring it back. Now this time the same movement will go to the forehead level. So it will actually go like this, little higher. Turn your palms down. Kindly watch my elbows. See my elbows? You have to bring it together and then down. Yeah. So raise the hands like this. Turn the palms down, touch the palms together. And now get your elbows down. Elbows should go down like that. Yeah, that's nice. Now inhale, forehead level. Yes, please. Very nice. Turn the palms in, touch the palms. Now bring down the elbows slowly. Good. Now let's try this. Straight away go up, inhalation. I'm very impressed. For your age, this is great performance. Turn your palms down. So this is very important. Watch the elbows. Elbows have to come together and then slowly down. Yes. Inhale, go up please. Fully go up. Hand should be by the side of the ears. One of the mother there, so nice. Turn the palms down and slowly bring it down. Madam, can you please do it once? Yeah. Only her. Kindly see her. Please give her a big clap. Very, very good performance. Turn the palms down. And only one thing is, I would like to say, get the elbows close. The elbow should come down. This is very important. Now all of you please keep your hands like this. Inhale, go up. Turn your palms down. Now you see, watch the elbows please. Madam, many of your elbows are opening. Just bring it down. Yes. Breathe in. Last attempt. Turn your palms down.
And very slowly exhale out. That's very nice. Now I want to try one Tadasana, whoever can. Interlock the fingers. Turn your palms up. You all are very strong. On the head, sir. On the head. Okay, now you all are going to stretch up. Kindly, who can't, don't do it. Please don't do it. Turn your palms down and slowly release it. Kindly take care. Turn the palms up. That's great, sir. So nice. For your age, amazing performance. Turn your palms down and very slowly down. Now, can we all take the hands like this? One sec. Now you have to stand alternate side of the carpet. Volunteers will come. Don't touch your pens. That's all. Okay, now you'll all have to twist like this. Yeah. The front hand should bend. Now left, like this. Yes. Right. Yes. Very good. Left, great performance. Right, slowly please. A kind request, whatever you can't, please don't do it. Only do how much you can. I don't want any hurt in the class. Right, left, very nice mothers, great. Mother's performance, great performance. Right, left, right. Yeah, there's one point to be noted. Don't move your feet. Feet has to be locked. The toes and the heels don't move when you twist. Now can you do it again please? Twist on to your right. Don't move your toes or the heels when you make a twist. Yeah. Left, right, left, right, left. Okay, now you can bring your hands down. All of you kindly be seated on your chairs. You can sit down, sir. Whoever wants to sit down, sitting down is the best performance. Now, we are going to try the eye movements. So all of you keep your hands in Chin Mudra. Kindly keep your hands straight, please. Don't bend at your elbows. Now look up. Only the eyeball. Eyeball has to move up, down, up, down. Only the eye. Kindly don't move the head. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now left, sorry, this is your right, right, left. Only the eye has to move. Kindly don't move the head. Right. There's a request. Many of your hands are all bent. Can you kindly keep your hands straight, please? And your back, kindly don't take the support. Otherwise, the prana shakti will not flow in your chakras. So keep your hands straight. Yeah. Now up. Sorry. Right. Left. Right. Left, very nice. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now all of you close your eyes. Now rub your palms well. Nicely rub your palms. Eyes closed. Now place the palms on your eyes and bring your hands down. Once again rub your palms. 3 times we'll have to do. Fingers also kindly rub please, otherwise there's no impact on the energy channels. Palms on your eyes and bring it down. Once more, rub your palms well. Eyes kept closed. Now palms on your eyes and bring your hands down. Now we do rotation. Look down, only the eyes. Right, up, left, down. 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 Now pause. Left, change the direction. Up, right, down. Left, up, right, down. Left, up, right, down. Once again, close your eyes, do the palming, rub the palms well, including the fingers. The more you rub your fingers, the prana shakti flow will be very good. Place on your eyes and bring your hands down. Once again, rub your palms well. Nice friction. There's no pressure, it's just soft friction. Now place the palms on your eyes. Bring your hands down. One last palming. Rub your palms please. Until palming is over, eyes should not open. If you open your eyes, the eye will have dryness tendency. That's why you need to keep your eyes closed to moisturize your eyes. And now bring your hands down. Now this time, keep your hands right, like this. Now keep watching your thumb and move your hand to the right until you see the thumb. When you can't see it, you have to stop. Volunteers watch whoever is turning their head. They should not turn the head. Watch. Everybody should. Now slowly bring back to the center. And now bring your hand down. Take the left hand. Watch your left hand thumb. Start moving until you see the left hand thumb. When you can't, stop there, stay there, stay there. Now start moving it to the center. You have to have the vision on the thumb. Now bring your hand down please. Now the right. Watch your thumb. Slowly, kindly go slow. Very, very, very slow. You should be able to see the thumb. If you can't see, stop it. Sir, your hand should be straight, sir. Slowly bring it down. Bring it to the center. Hand down. Now kindly do the palming. Rub the palms well. A nice friction. Relax your eyes. Bring your hands down. Once again palming. Kindly don't open your eyes until 3 palmings are done. Second, this is rub the palms, place it on your eyes. Bring your hands down. Once more, rub it well. Relax your eyes and bring your hands down. Now, we'll just do simple pranayam. All of you keep your hands like this. And this is the Nasikagra Mudra. The last 2 fingers are like this. The thumb is this way. So what you do first is inhale in both the nostrils. Close your right. And exhale in your left. Breathe out in your left. Once again, breathe in the left nostril deep. So, here, Sanjay. Yeah. Slowly breathe out in the left nostril. Kindly do. Okay. Breathe in the left, deep breath, and slowly breathe out in the left. The left hand should be in Chin Mudra, sir. Breathe in the left, breathe out in the left. So just breathe in the left, breathe out in the left. Now, all of you close the left nostril, breathe in the right, and breathe out in the right. Breathe in the right nostril, use your little finger and the ring finger. Breathe out in the right. Breathe in the right, and slowly breathe out in the right nostril. Breathe in the right, and slowly breathe out in the right. One last breath. Take a deep breath in the right, and slowly breathe out. Now all of you, can you keep your hands in Chin Mudra? We just do the prayer now. Eyes kept closed. We do Shanti Shanti. Shanti mantra. Breathe in. Om. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Rub your palms well. Nice friction. Now relax. Place the palms on your eyes and bring your hands down. Pranams to all of you. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bhanumurthy sir. Now we will have another session, The Importance of Spirituality for Elderly, by Revered Swami Nityastananji Maharaj. Revered Swami Nityastananji Maharaj joined the Ramakrishna Ashrama at Mysore in 1972 and had his sannyas in 1982 from his Gurudev, Srimad Swami Veereshwarananji Maharaj. Revered Swamiji has served in our Mysore in Vidyashala as well as RIMSE, Vedanta College, Ramakrishna Institute of Moral and Spiritual Education, as well as he was the editor of Viveka Prabha Kannada monthly magazine, first editor of the magazine. Later he became the head of our Mysore center. Swamiji also served in our Mangalore center as well as he was Acharya at the Probationers Training Center in Belur Math. And Revered Swamiji is a thinker, writer and also as well as a speaker. He has written many books on Holy Mother Sharda Devi, Sodari Nivedita, Sadhana Panchaka, that personality development, the on concentration, prarthana ಜಪ ಮತ್ತು ಧ್ಯಾನ, ಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ, ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ, and many other books, and also he has translated complete works of Swami Vivekananda from English to Kannada, as well as the great master Sri Ramakrishna. So like that, Swamiji has even now is doing his literary work along with the head of the Ramakrishna Math, our Basavagudi Center. We are very fortunate, in spite of his busy schedule, on our request, Revered Swamiji has come here to give a talk for you, the importance of spirituality for the elderly. I request Swamiji to deliver his talk.
ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। Importance of spirituality in everybody's life, not only senior citizens and elders. It is important for all the categories of people, either young or old. But senior citizens, elderly people, have their own mindset. They have undergone whole life's experience and having their own attitude towards life. So there may be some differences in the approach towards spiritual life among the elderly people, because they are not very so active, so energetic, not all of course, compared to youngsters. Still, they have to follow their own spiritual life in their own way. But here what is important in their life, I feel, is solely depending upon God. Sharanagati, surrendering oneself to God, and prayers, praying to God. So that forms the important aspect of spiritual life, prayer. So we have so many basic necessities. There are so many necessities are there. The first is basic necessity, physical necessities. We want food, shelter, etc. That is physical necessities. There are psychological necessities. There are spiritual necessities. We can identify three categories of necessities. One is physical, that is basic necessity. We want shelter, food, etc. for our own livelihood. And there is a mental, psychological necessities are there. That means we want love, appreciation, support, mental support, psychological support, emotional support, and also recognition in the society, a good position in the society. These are all the psychological necessities. It is of course necessary. And apart from all these things, we have to transcend all these things. We have to grow spiritually. That spiritual necessities also are there. We want to depend upon God. We want to pray for God. We want to evolve spiritually, reach God, approach God. So these are the spiritual necessities. When we feel that, and all these things are fulfilled, physical necessities are fulfilled and psychological necessities are fulfilled, then we will have that the urge for a spiritual life, a aspiration, spiritual aspiration arises. It happens to everyone, not only elderly people, but also youngsters also it happens. When all the physical necessities are fulfilled, there is nothing to worry about all these things. Then what happens? What is next? What you have to do? What is the meaning of life? So this kind of, spiritual urge starts. So especially among the elders, those who are retired, when their duties are over, when they are completely retired, then they feel a sort of emptiness in life, meaninglessness in life. What is the meaning of? Earlier, they were fully engaged in different kinds of activities and social activities and vocational activities, family responsibilities were there, all were there. They were fully engaged. Now, everything is over. When they are retired, and what to do? How to proceed? What is the goal of life? This kind of, a search for higher life starts. ಇದನ್ನು ಬಾಯ್ ಒಳಗೆ So I am helpless, of course. This is my voice. This is my Shall I go there? This kind of search for meaning starts intensely. It becomes very intense, this kind of search. What is the meaning of life? Why at all I must live? So, Sri Ramakrishna always used to emphasize this point. The human purpose of human life is to realize God. That only gives a sense of fulfillment in life. That's what Sri Ramakrishna always used to emphasize. So that means there is something higher is there. We have to search for it. And for attaining that reality, ultimate reality, we have taken this human birth. Only human birth, it is possible to attain that highest state of spirituality. Not in any other life. Definitely not in animal's life. Not even God's life. God's also, to attain this state, highest state of spirituality, they have to come down to earth. So that is why human birth is considered to be the highest creation of God. There is a nice story related to the Christian mythology. Swami Vivekananda also refers to that. After creation, the whole universe, all the planets and stars and all. Even the gods also to prostrate before man. All prostrated, obeyed God's command. But one particular god, he was called Iblis. He refused to prostrate before man because of his strong ego. God got very angry and he cursed him to become a Satan. So he became the Satan, devil. So that means, Swami Vivekananda says, it only indicates man is the highest creation of God, highest creation of God. So there is a possibility of attaining the highest in spiritual life only in the case of human beings. So that is why human birth is the greatest birth. There is another Greek mythological story that is also very significant. There was one angel called Prometheus. God asked, after creation of the whole world and human beings and all that, God asked the Prometheus to distribute different powers to different animals and also human beings. So he gave so many powers to him to distribute among all the living beings. He gave that Prometheus came with all the powers within him, and he gave strength to the elephant, beauty to peacock, nice voice to what is called cuckoo bird, kokile. And later he distributed all the powers and excellences. And after distributing, he went back to God. And he asked, yes, I distributed everything. What did you give to man? Nothing. So when I went up to that man, then everything got exhausted. I could not give anything to man. He said. He was so angry, God was so angry, he cursed him and he told, anyway, you did not give anything to man. I created man as the highest creation. You did not give anything to him. All right, I myself will go and reside in him, he said. So that is why there is a greater manifestation of God in man. So that is why there is a greater possibility of manifesting that reality, manifesting that spirituality in man. So that is why human life is the greatest birth. So after having that human birth, if you do not strive for spiritual realization, attain that spiritual reality, highest reality, then our life will be a great waste. Swami Vivekananda says, it's a mistake to born as human being if you only enjoy the world, the sense enjoyment. If that happiness, the worldly happiness itself were to be the goal of human life, it would be a mistake to born as human being, he says. And evolutionists also are of the opinion that when the evolution reaches the state of the human being, there the goal of human life is not sense enjoyment but sense of fulfillment. In human being, the happiness consists in sense of fulfillment, not in sense enjoyment. As human beings, we must aspire to find happiness in sense of fulfillment rather than in sense enjoyment. How the sense of fulfillment comes? Through the manifestation of all the potentialities within us. The highest potentiality, as Swami Vivekananda says, is the potential divinity. When you are able to manifest that potential divinity, that is God Himself within us, then only we get that sense of fulfillment, sense of meaning in life. When everything related to man becomes meaningful. Swami Sri Ramakrishna used to illustrate this with an example, with a story. Some friends, you know the story. Some friends went to the mango orchard. The one of them started counting the mango trees. How many mango trees are there? ತೋತಾಪುರಿ ಗಿಡ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಬಾದಾಮಿ ಗಿಡ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ರಸಪುರಿ ಗಿಡ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, like that, they went on counting and calculating. And the another person started counting the branches of each tree. Yet another started counting the leaves of the trees. How many leaves are there? How many dry leaves are there? Like that, he went on calculating. But there was one particular man, he was very intelligent, and without doing all these things, he straight away climbed the tree and started eating the mango. And Sri Ramakrishna says, you have come here to eat the mango. Eat the mango and be happy. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. What does it mean? So we have come to realize God. That is the mango. That is the fruit. The fruit is the essential, most essential part of the tree. We rear mango tree only for the sake of the mango fruit, not for anything else. The most essential part of the tree is the fruit. So similarly, most essential part of the human being is the divinity within us, God within us. Eating the mango means enjoying the divinity within. Enjoying the divinity within. You have to enjoy this divinity. You have to go back. Now external, all the responsibilities are over, work is over, everything is over. Now the time for us to go within. Avrta chakshuhu amrutatvam. We have to turn all our attention within and try to find God within ourselves, divinity within ourselves, manifested divinity within ourselves. This is the primary aim of human life. So that is why Sri Ramakrishna always used to say, when you are able to love God, they aspire to God, attain God, be with God, be one with God, then only we will be able to have the sense of fulfillment in life. For example, the seed is there. Seed can be used for so many other different purposes. It can be used for cooking, it can be used for playing, it can be used for even decoration also. But the purpose of its existence is fulfilled only when it is allowed to germinate itself and grow itself into a huge tree. That means the seed is there, seed manifests its own potentiality and grows itself into a huge tree, because tree is there in the seed in a potential form. It has to manifest that one. Then only the sense of fulfillment comes. Similarly, the potential divinity is there within us, spirituality is there, God is within us. You have to manifest that divinity within us. Then only you will be able to have that sense of fulfillment. So that is why Sri Ramakrishna always emphasizes this point. You have come here only for the sake of the God realization. Everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary. So now the time for us is to seek God within ourselves. Seek God within ourselves. Go within ourselves. Find joy and peace within ourselves. Unless we go to the spiritual resources within, we will never get real joy, real fulfillment. You may have so many external things. All these things will vanish. Nothing of these external things, it may be power, money, position, so many things. Nothing will really satisfy us. Swami Vivekananda says, man is not satisfied. Even if he is put in the heaven, and after some time he will say, I am not satisfied with this, give me something more, he says. Take me somewhere else, he says. Even heaven also, heavenly enjoyment also cannot satisfy him. Everything is there in the heaven. Even then, that also cannot satisfy him, because man is infinite. Infinite only satisfy him. Nothing finite. So that is a blessing of man, he says. That is a blessing, because he is not satisfied with the smaller things, finite things of this world, even half the heaven. What can satisfy him really? What can give him the real sense of fulfillment? That is infinite, because man's nature itself is infinite. Infinite only satisfy him. So that is why Sri Ramakrishna always used to emphasize the God realization is the highest goal of man. So that is why Sri Ramakrishna used to say, we have to have this light of awareness, spiritual awareness within ourselves, within the heart, in the shrine of our heart. It must always be burning. It must give us the real direction in our life. That must be the ideal in our life. With the light of that ideal, spiritual ideal, we have to conduct ourselves, live ourselves. So with that light we have to, not a worldly light, any other light, not electricity, nothing of the sort. The spiritual light within us, the spiritual ideal, light of spiritual ideal, awareness, that is most important. That only will guide us properly. So Sri Ramakrishna used to say, light a lamp of spiritual awareness within the shrine of your heart. See, it is always burning. It is not put off. Every now and then, amidst your different kinds of household chores and other activities, every now and then you get back to yourselves. Go within and see whether it is burning or not, whether it is burning brightly or not. That is what we have to do now. Sri Ramakrishna used to illustrate this with an example. That is in Bengal, they are all mostly mother worshippers, divine mother they worship. And in every house there will be a shrine, and within the shrine there will be a photo of mother, divine mother, or a image of divine mother. And before that image there will be a oil lamp. That oil lamp must always be burning day and night. You should never put off. And this owner of the house, that is Grihini, that lady, elderly lady, every now and then she will go to a shrine and see whether it is burning or not. If it is not burning properly, they will pour some oil and clear the wicks and see it is always burning. It is not put off. If it is put off, it is a amangala. Amangala. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಗೃಹಿಣಿ ಇದ್ದಾಳಲ್ಲ ಅವಳು ಅವಾಗ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾಳೆ, ಬತ್ತಿ ಸರಿಪಡಿಸ್ತಾಳೆ, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅದು ಉರಿಯುವಂತೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತಾಳೆ. Similarly, we have to go within ourselves and see whether it is burning or not. Lamp of awareness, spiritual awareness is burning or not. If it is not burning properly, we have to pour more oil. What is that oil? The devotion. ಭಕ್ತಿಯ ತೈಲವನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಬತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಸರಿಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು, ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿ ವಿಕ್. ವಿಕ್ ರೆಫರ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿ ಮೈಂಡ್. Mind becomes impure. If the mind is impure, some impurities are attached to it, then we have to remove it and see it is burning properly. And sometimes what because of the so many problems and difficulties and vicissitudes of life, duranta, So many things happen, because of that wind of problems and difficulties of life, the lamp may get put off. So protect that one, we have to put a glass cover to it. ಒಂದು ಗಾಜಿನ ಬುರುಡೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. What is that ಗಾಜಿನ ಬುರುಡೆ? ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ. Shraddha is the glass cover you have to put, so that it will not get put off. So then what happens, whatever may be the difficulties we have to face in our lives, whatever may be the problems, nothing. Normally it so happens, it seems, if the difficulties are more, this will burn more brightly, it seems. So they give a very nice example to it. If the small fire is there, then what happens? A small wind will be enough to put it off. If the fire is burning brightly, even the storm will not put it off. Rather, it will make it burn more strongly, more brightly. ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಉರಿಯೋಕೆ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗೆ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಉರಿತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಥರ ಉರಿತಾ ಇದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಾಳಿ ಬಂದರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಆರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. In our old age, when we reach the old age, the Shraddha must become more and more strong. You have to greater Shraddha you must develop, so that nothing of this world can put off the spiritual ideal, the lamp of ideal burning within ourselves. So what is more important, anything external will really, as I said, will satisfy us. For example, we can give one example to that. There is a reservoir is there. A reservoir, in that reservoir, the water is always remains full. Only when all the springs below the reservoir is open. ನೀವು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಝರಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಅದರ ಮೂಲಕ ನೀರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಜಿನುಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಟ್. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ರಿಸರ್ವಾಯರ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್. If it is all the springs are completely closed, no water is coming out, oozing out from it, then what happens? The reservoir will dry up. You may put water from the external sources. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನೀರನ್ನು ತಂದು ಪಂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನದಿಯಿಂದ ನೀರು ಹರಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುನಃ ಅದು ಬತ್ತಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ತುಳುಕ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೀರನ್ನು ಒಳಗರಿಂದ ಜಿನುಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡಿರಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡಿರಬೇಕು. ಆ ರೀತಿ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಆ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಝರಿ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಆ ನೀರು ಜಿನುಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. We have to go back to our own spiritual resources. Then only we get the sense of fulfillment. Other things, worldly fulfillment, etc. will vanish. It will not give me real satisfaction, full satisfaction. It cannot. So that is why a sort of emptiness will come. Emptiness will come. Especially at the old age, we feel lonely. Nobody is there to take care of us. So it kind of a sense of loneliness will come. This is the biggest problem nowadays. Not only for elders like us, like me, even for the youngsters also. The human relationship is completely vanishing. Nobody is there to care for us. Nobody is there to talk to us. Nobody is there to care for us, talk to us, love us, take care of us. So that kind of attitude is there. That kind of situation is there. They say there is a biophilia hypothesis. Biophilia hypothesis means each living entity wants to have association with the other living entity. That is biophilia hypothesis. So that is why each living entity, we are also living entities. We want other associate with other living beings. If that association is not there at all, we feel lonely. We suffer with it. So they say the best medicine for all the mental problems that we are facing nowadays in the modern society is the good, harmonious, meaningful human relationship. Without that, man cannot be happy. You may have so many things of the world. You may have all gadgets. You may have telephones, so many things, mobiles, many hundreds of things you may have. But real thing is the good human relationship. That truly gives me happiness. You may have so many other things, but real happiness comes only through good human relationship. But nowadays it is lacking. Good human relationship is lacking. Then what to do now? We must have divine relationship. So since human relationship is lacking, we feel lonely. So only thing, next course of action is to have a closer association with the divinity within ourselves. Divine relationship. We have to, through so many spiritual prayer, etc., we have to develop that kind of relationship. So the prayer is the most important thing to develop a relationship with God. A spiritual relationship with God. Swami Vivekananda defines religion as eternal relationship between the eternal soul and eternal God. That is religion. So we have to, relationship with God is most important thing. So the prayer is the one of the means of relating ourselves to God. One particular person defined prayer as talking with God. We have to talk with God. It is said, one of the Christian saints said, it is better to talk with God than to talk of God. We can talk of God. Very eloquently we can talk of God when the people are there gathering like this. But how much I talk with God when I am alone? What is my relationship with God? How much I pray to Him? How much I depend upon Him? That is most important. So prayer is one of the means of having a close relationship with God. See, even worldly prayer also is good. Whenever some need is there, the physical needs are there, then it is better to have a pray for God. Take care of me in all the respects. So there are different levels of prayers are there. Worldly prayer is there, and the prayer of repentance is there, the spiritual prayer is there, universal prayer is there, praying for others and all that. But what is important, we should not expect that all our prayers must be answered. We should not expect that. What is the real result of prayer? Transformation of personality. That is what we aspire for. As we go on intensely prayer, what happens, there is a transformation of personality. Our consciousness working at a lower level, it raises up. higher and higher up, and spiritual awakening takes place because of that. That is the actual result of the prayer. So, Yatishwaranji, great spiritual personality of our order, used to say, it is good that all our prayers are not answered. If all our prayers are but to answered, then there will be chaos in the society, he would say. Oscar Wilde, one of the great writer, and he humorously remarked, if God wants to punish a particular person, he will answer all his prayers, he said. So that means if all our prayers should not be answered rather, praying itself is a great spiritual practice. Pray for us, pray to God. Then what happens, then gradually there will be a spiritual transformation within ourselves. Sri Ramakrishna used to say a very humorous story, you know that, you all know about it. There was one man who was so tired and he was taking a shelter under a tree, and he thought within himself, I am so hungry, if I get a nice food, how nice it is, good food. So suddenly he did not know he was taking rest under the kalpataru. So when he thought, let me have a good food, how nice it is. So suddenly a good meal came before him. So he started eating nicely, and then he felt sleepy, and he thought, if there would be a nice bed, how nice it would be, I could sleep very well. So suddenly there was a nice bed was there, cot was there, he was lying there, and he thought, now I am in the forest, in the middle of the forest, what happens if tiger comes? So tiger came, tiger also came. So you know the story. So that is why all the prayer should not be fulfilled. If a prayer be fulfilled like this, then what happens? We will completely end up being a victim to something else. So, this way, Sri Ramakrishna used to say, what is important in prayer is the transformation of personality rather than fulfillment of this answering of all the prayers that we pray for. For example, there is a worldly prayer is there. In worldly prayer, we ask for food, etc., shelter, etc., so many things. For example, there will be some kind of, for example, I am suffering from disease. I may pray for the overcoming of the disease, free from the disease. There is nothing wrong with that. So, normally what happens, we must pray to one God, particular God. For example, our Vashti Devata is there, Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna, Shiva, or Krishna. For everything, we have to depend on that one particular God only. Normally, we don't do that. If you want money, you go to the Tirupati. If you want health, you go to some other God. To pass the examination, you go to Ganapati. So many things like that, different gods and different gods and goddesses you approach for so many. If you want name and fame and all that, we go to Divine Mother. Pray to her. So like that, because our desires and numerous desires are there, for numerous desires, there are so many different gods and goddesses are there in our mythology. To fulfill so many hundreds of multiple desires of our human beings. But as spiritual aspirant, you must have only one God to approach. our own Ishta Devata. For everything, even physical needs also let us pray for him. Let us approach him only. For example, child, what it does? It, for everything, it nothing else. Similarly, we must have that kind of approach to God, our Ishta Devata. We depend upon him for every bit of things, even for physical needs also. So next one is the prayer of repentance. Prayer of repentance. So when we progress spiritually, our physical needs become secondary. We don't care for it. We don't pray for physical things at all for God anymore. Then what happens? As we progress spiritually, what happens? Our own weaknesses and shortcomings, all the old samskaras become dominant. We feel predominantly manifesting all these things, all the old things, debris, whatever that is there in our unconscious mind, it gets manifested. Then we feel depressed, frustrated. Then with that sense of depression and frustration, we approach God. Please save me, please help me to overcome all these things, overcome all these shortcomings. So when you meditate effectively, Swami Yatishwaranji also says, if you take spiritual life seriously, meditate seriously, normally there will be some kind of reactions should be there. If no reactions are there, it means you are not taken spiritual life seriously, he says. If a person starts spiritual practice seriously, some reaction must have to take place. For example, meditation means, spiritual means, japa, etc. It is churning of the personality. When the churning takes place, whatever that is there in your unconscious mind, you will get manifested. When you get, frustrated. So normally when people think in the state, before taking the spiritual life, I was all right, being happy and all that. Now after taking the spiritual life, meditation, spiritual life seriously, so many problems are arising. Yes, it is natural. It has to come. We have to face the brutes. Sri Ramaswamy, as Swami Vivekananda says, we have to face the brutes. We should not suppress it. We should not deny it. We should not say it is not there. We have to face it, accept it. Yes, these things are there. So many negativities are there in my mind. Let me face it. Let me conquer it. Let me do something. Not overlooking it. So that is how we have to grow spiritually. After facing the brutes, we have to overcome them. So that is why there, in that particular state of mind, the spiritual aspirant helplessly implores God. Please help me. Please help me to overcome all these weaknesses. Please guide me. So he will divine help he seeks in that particular state of mind. So this is the prayer of repentance. This is the state. And after so much of long practices, etc., when all these, all the weaknesses are subsided, all our shortcomings are controlled, and spiritual life becomes very smooth. But it is not at the end of it. You have to still further go. So then what happens, we reach the state of spiritual prayer, spiritual state. And then we always pray only for spiritual things. Praying for spiritual things only. Give me jnana, bhakti, viveka, vairagya. ನನಗಿನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಡ, ಜ್ಞಾನ, ಭಕ್ತಿ, ವಿವೇಕ, ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡು. ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಪರಿಶುದ್ಧಗೊಳಿಸು, ಪವಿತ್ರಗೊಳಿಸು, ಕಾಮಕ್ರೋಧಾದಿಗಳಿಂದ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಮುಕ್ತಗೊಳಿಸು. ನನಗಿನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಡ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಸುಖ ಬೇಡ, ಲೋಕಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಬೇಡ, ಏನು ಬೇಡ. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ used to pray like this. He has shown how to pray spiritually. ನನಗೇನು ಬೇಡ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಶುದ್ಧ ಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡು, ಶುದ್ಧ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡು, ನಿನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಪಾರವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡು, ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡು. ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಡ ನನಗೆ. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಏನೂ ಬೇಡ, ಯಾರೂ ಬೇಡ, ಯಾವುದೂ ಬೇಡ. ಆ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾರೂ ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನ ಗೌರವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೀತಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮನೋಭಾವನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೂ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವಿತ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಗಾಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಗಾಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಫ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ. ಆ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು, ಆ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡಬೇಕು. ಆಗ ನಮಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಏಕಾಂತ, ಒಂಟಿತನ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂಟಿತನ ಇರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಗೇಜ್ ವಿತ್ ಗಾಡ್, ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಥರ ನಾವು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್. then what happens? The words will subside. Earlier, so many words we are using during the prayer. Now, no words. Gradually, all the words will drop away. It's the prayer of the heart, prayer of the silent prayer. Looking at God with an expectant eyes, expectant mind. Looking at God simply. No words. Just imagine a child, baby, is laying on the lap of mother, looking at mother so intently. There is a prayer. There is a language, silent language is there. There is no words. So prayer also reaches particular state. Mind becomes calm, mind becomes quiet. It is a state of contemplation, deep contemplation. So gradually our prayers must lead to this particular state of contemplation, communion, inner communion with God, without any words, without any language. So this is another highest stage of prayer. There is another prayer is there, that is praying for others. This is a very, very important thing you have to remember. You have to pray for others. What happens if you pray for others intensely? Our consciousness becomes expanded. Our mind becomes expanded. Otherwise, normally we get confined within our own sense-bound life, ego-bound life, biological existence. We get confined to that. There will be no, as we get confined to our own ego-bound existence, to that extent we become more and more narrow. To that extent, as we become more and more narrow, tension increases. As the tension increases, suffering also increases. Even small things, will affect me, will disturb me if there is a tension. If I am free from tension, what happens? Nothing will affect me. Nothing will affect me. No, anybody can do anything. You may hurt, many people may hurt me, but I will not get affected. So, because I am so narrow, ego is so strong, I am interested only in the selfish motivations, fulfillment of selfish motivations, so narrow. Because of the tension is there, because of the tension, everything will affect me. Because they give a very beautiful example to this. For example, there is a, the stringed instrument is there, one stringed instrument. If you tune it tightly, what happens, even the small breeze, if you say, oof, it start, zooming. There will be resonance. It start vibrating. ಝೂಮಿ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಅಳ್ಳಕವಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ಆ ತಂತಿ ಅಳ್ಳಕವಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ಲೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ಏನು ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದ್ರು ಏನು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೋ ಸೌಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನೋ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್, ನೋ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ, if our nerves and mind, etc., become so tensed, so tensed. Then every small things will affect me. There will be a negative reaction for everything. So that is why you must always relaxed, mentally relaxed, physically relaxed, nervously relaxed. Nervous system also must be relaxed. You must learn how to relax ourselves. So relaxation condition. Always, not during the yoga practices, even every other time also, we have to be in a relaxed mood, depending upon God, solely depending upon God. Just like the child is fully relaxed because child 100% depends on mother. Mother is there to take care of it. So assured. Similarly, you must have that kind of assurance. That is why this prayer to others, prayer to the whole society, let all be happy, let all be peaceful. This kind of prayer is always helpful in reducing the tension within ourselves. So that is why you must have this kind of universal prayers. See, thing is, just imagine in an institution or a family, each one pray for the good of other. Will there not be any very good human relationship there? Definitely it will create a very good atmosphere. A loving atmosphere within the family, within the institution. You must have developed this habit of praying for others always. Every day we sit for meditation and japa, first duty of ours is to pray for others. Pray for the good of others, good of the whole society, good of the whole world. That must become the regular practice in our day-to-day life. That reduces, it will have definitely create a very good vibration all around. At the same time, it will help me a lot in coming out of my own self-bound existence. You must have that universal attitude. Swami Vivekananda gives a very beautiful example. And there's one Yattu. Yattu means a bull. Bull was laying down, and on the horn of the bull there was one fly was sitting nicely. After some time, the fly, the nona, ಕೇಳ್ತಂತೆ ಎತ್ತನ್ನ, ಎಲೆ ಎತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ಹೊತ್ತಿನಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೋಡಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಿನಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಆ ಎತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ತಂತೆ, ನನಗೇನು ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ನ ಇಡೀ ಕುಟುಂಬದವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ಕೂರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನನಗೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಂಥದ್ದು. That is the accommodative. Sri Swami Vivekananda says, telling this one, accommodative spirit, we have to accommodate everyone. We have to see that everyone is our own, as Holy Mother says. There is a nice, very beautiful story is there. One guru was there. That guru one day asked his disciples, when do you say that night is gone and the day started? Then one particular disciple told, I see a particular animal at a distance, and if I am able to recognize whether that particular animal is a horse or a cow, if I am able to recognize, then I can say night is past, day began. So Guru was not satisfied. Another disciple told, there is a tree at a distance, seeing that if I am able to recognize whether it is a mango tree or a jackfruit tree, then we can say the night is past, day begun. Then so many disciples told so many things like this, Guru was not at all satisfied. And at last Guru himself told, you see, when you meet a particular person, If you are able to recognize him or her as your brother or a sister, then the night is past and a day begun. So you have to have that kind of universal attitude towards all. We must be able to accommodate everyone within ourselves, within our own purview of our own love and understanding. Yes. So this is how you have to expand ourselves, pray for others also. Through that we will be able to evolve spiritually. So with this, I will come to the conclusion. Thank you all. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you, Maharaj, for enlightening us on the how to lead a fulfilling life, how to pray to God, and many other ways of leading a happy life. Thank you very much for coming all the way from Basongudi Ashrama. And on behalf of Ramakrishna Math, Halsuru, we would like to give a small memento. Please accept, Maharaj. Now we'll have a short break. The juice is being served behind. Kindly have the juice and come quickly within 5-10 minutes because we have other speakers waiting. Sorry for getting delayed a little bit.
ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಎಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು 2 ವಿಸಿಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಸಿಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವಿಸಿಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಯು ಟು ವೈಂಡ್ ಅಪ್. ಏನು ಈ ಟೀಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ
ಆಯಿತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬನ್ನಿ. ನಾವು ಟೈಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಓವರ್, ವೆರಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಯಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಕುಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ತುಂಬ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬನ್ನಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಸನದಲ್ಲೇ ಕುಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಟೈಮ್ ಅಪ್.
ವಸಂತಕುಮಾರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ
ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇವತ್ತು.
ಅವರಲ್ಲ, ನಾನೇನು ಅವರು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದು ಯಾರೋ ಬೇರೆ
ಇದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಇವರು ಪದ್ಮಶ್ರೀ ಅವರು. All the participants are requested to please assemble in the auditorium. Now, next session will be supposed to be Yamini Ramakrishna. Before that, there will be short video show for you by Dr. Vaishali Mukherjee. She is a doctorate in the psychology and she is going to speak about particularly the adversity quotient. We all know about intelligent quotient, emotional quotient and social quotient. There is another quotient called adversity quotient. Regarding that, Dr. Vaishali Mukherjee is going to explain for a few minutes. After that, we have got another important person, so I am going to speak about him after this program.
Hello. Here.
Respected Maharaj Ji and all the people present here, so my sincere respect and gratitude to be here. And this is a very important platform for me because it is my first ever workshop or speech, whatever I say, in front of elderly people. So this experience actually means a lot to me. Because my parents don't live with me, they are back at native place. My in-laws also don't live with me, they are also in Calcutta. So this experience has an immense effect on me. So I hope I am going to learn a lot by presenting few words in front of you. So Maharaj's enlightening talk actually covered all aspects of psychology, I guess. So there is nothing extra to add in. But still, I have a deep regard for my subject, that is psychology. So let me present some concept which might help you in terms of coping in your day-to-day life. So here on screen you can see that I have mentioned that there are 4 kinds of mental abilities, or what the so-called term as IQ we say we all have naturally. So to have these abilities, no one needs to work on. This is something that we inherit, this is something knowingly or unknowingly we nurture through parent rearing practices, through our education, through our working experiences. So we gather, we develop and we build on these abilities. But still, till our death, we can still work on these abilities and keep nurturing and keep enhancing these abilities for better life, for a controlled life and for a peaceful and healthy life. So now let me focus on this. Maharajji actually asked me to typically focus on adversity IQ, but still I would like to start from the beginning only. So first is, of course, it is our IQ. All of you know that what we need in our life for comprehending our environment. So better we comprehend our environment, better we understand our environment. Of course, our Paul have worked a lot on this particular ability, that is intelligence. So you have used your IQ to the level best. I'm sure about it. So now I'm moving forward. So the next one is the emotional quotient. So emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, this is something that helps us to be in control. So we know that different sorts of emotions in day-to-day life we experience. And there are range of emotions we receive and the range of expressions through what we actually express our emotions to others. So it is very important before we express ourselves emotionally, we understand the context. We understand and we can, Maharajji was talking about human relationship, human connection. It is so important that where emotion actually lies at the root of everything. So just before reacting, if we just understand what I am experiencing, our emotional expressions become much better. Next slide. So now these are the modern concepts of mental abilities. So beyond emotional ability, beyond emotional IQ, now this is a concept called social quotient. So how social quotient is helping us, and social quotient is considered to be one of the higher level of quotient that help us to connect with people. And in today's research, it is considered that social quotient is even more important than our IQ and emotional intelligence. So what is social quotient? So it is basically our ability to show empathy for others. What an important concept. So where we don't need our empathy. At every turn of our life, you see, one day if you see your son's or daughter's face is very gloomy, if you find your child is not happy. So first thing is, before you ask that what was your day, how you spent your day, the first thing which is so important that you empathize with the emotion of your child. So this is the root of the connectivity, the empathy. Right? So social quotient actually help us to become empathic as well as assertive. So it is a person's ability to build network of friends and also to maintain friends over a long period of time for communication, and this is the intelligence we also called as interpersonal intelligence. I know that some of you might have worked in the field of healthcare, and I recently met a doctor that who is also, definitely in his day-to-day life working with people. So we know how important it is to maintain this interpersonal intelligence when you are in connection with the other person. So all of this together, we have another very important ability, what we may be sometime unaware, but we need to indulge, nurture and take care of it to the maximum level is our adversity quotient. So this is what is the adversity quotient. We are all aware of the uncertainties of our life. We are not certain. We do not know what is going to happen at the next time. So what is so important? You see, in terms of our stress coping ability, in terms of any kind of unfortunate situation that we might have faced or we may face in future, so we can actually build our strength that how we can cope with the adversities of our life. So from where actually this coping starts? The coping starts from how you are perceiving your entire environment. So the first thing, to nurture the belief within us, yes, I can do it. So maybe I'm not physically healthy, maybe I am not psychologically very strong, maybe I have come to the stage, I have come to the level, I myself need to depend on others. But still this mental, you can say the power or the potentiality to face the challenges of life, to cope with any adverse situations that come on your path. So this belief system can help you to overcome. So I just want to give one example here and I want to conclude my talk. I myself practice music therapy. So maybe sometimes not directly, but my students practice a lot in different healthcare settings. So one of the healthcare setting is palliative care unit, where students, they directly go, they directly work with the patient who are in the palliative stage. So it is the end treatment. So when afterwards maybe there is no hope, the target, the opportunity is just to make the patient feel better. You see, at this condition also, there are many patients who show promises to become better and better with this sole belief system. Yes, I can do it. I can cope with it. And most importantly, there is always a meaning behind any form of suffering. So I think this is the belief system we need to nurture within our life, that whatever the experience life gives us, if we just question it back, what is the meaning for this suffering? What is the meaning behind this experience? I think we are able to solve any kind of life problems. Thank you so much. So my pranam to Thakur Ma Swamiji, my pranam to Maharaj Ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Vaishali Mukherjee, for having explained us and the participants, our senior citizens, about various questions like social and adversity and how to cope up with all these things with the younger generation. So we thank you very much for having come here despite your busy schedule and helped us in and our participants in knowing this very important concept. Thank you once again from all of us here.
Now, I want to introduce the Padma Shri awardee, Professor Dr. Kuti Kuppala Surya Rao. Please come to the stage. By coincidence, he has come to the ashrama during this senior citizenship workshop. So, he is the Padma Shri awardee in 2008. And also particularly in the field of the medical and research he has done in the area of treatment and research, as well as he has contributed more than 100 research papers in the world-renowned medical journal. Please sit down. In the world-renowned medical journals like BMJ, British Medical Journal, etc. And Dr. Surya Rao's creative work globally, a rare honor for Indian physician. So, by taking this opportunity, I would like to introduce him to you all. And if you have got any questions, you can, for 5 minutes or 6 minutes only, time is there, you can ask questions, he will answer. Particularly, he is the Guinness World Record holder for publishing many in the research papers, etc. He is the former chairman of Institutional Ethics Committee and National Professor, IMA College of General Practitioner, Honorary Professor, Department of Human Genetics, Andhra University, member, Infectious Diseases Society of America, former member, Executive Council, Andhra University, former Governing Council member, APVP, Government of Andhra Pradesh. So he is such a very versatile and very experienced doctor is there with us. He is the chief physician and medical specialist. So if you have got some specific questions, it will be time very short. That's why instead of his talking, if questions, he is inviting questions so that you can ask 2-3 questions, he will answer.
My thanks to Swamiji Bodha Swarupananda. At the outset, I am seeing in front of me around 200 Atmans, part of Paramatma. So, my pranams to lotus feet, all of you. As our previous Maharaj said, spirituality is nothing but uniting with the God. Even Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said many times, God is there in every one of all of us, but many of us are not in the God. So I see you are all part and parcel of the Paramatma Swarupa in the name of senior citizens today in this particular place, none other than this Maha Ramakrishna Mat. The moment I entered here, the environment has made me to change into a separate mode. That's why whenever we speak about health, health is not mere absence of disease. It is the physical, social, psychological, spiritual, environmental, emotional, positive, affiliate, added, occasional health. That is what is health. Therefore, the environment, when we come here, it itself makes a person more active. 1,000 years back, one man, he wanted to change the world. He sat aside, he was thinking day in, day out. He wanted to change the world. He tried for several years. He could not do. Then he thought of changing at least his own village. He struggled, but he could not do. Then he tried to change his own family. He could not do. Ultimately, he realized that he wanted to, that he could achieve. So, he change ourselves, then we can change society, we can change the country, we can change the world. That should be our philosophy. You all know, Sarva Parishado Gavo Dogda Gopalanandana Pagdho Vatsa Sudhirpokta Dugdam Gita Murtuhat. That was what was told in Gita. What does it mean? All the Upanishads are Gita. Dogda Gopalanandana. He is the one giving the milk. Pardho Vatsa, the calf. Sudhirpokta Dugdam Gita Amritam. Anybody can drink that Amritam of Bhagavad Gita. Similarly, the entire universe, the Panchabhuta, the nature, they are all nothing but made the man. What today we are the part of this nature, part of the Panchabhuta, part of the entire society, part of the environment. So if we ignite the power in us, we have hydrochloric acid in the stomach, we have phosphorus in the body, we have calcium in the bones, we have dopamine in the brain. Every chemical is there in the body. If you try to ignite them properly, there is no need of any medicine. People who believe in them, and if they say themselves several times, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy, nothing will come to you. But seeing an insect, seeing a mosquito, oh, dengue may come. Going the side of a river where the water is not good, oh, cholera may come. These predictions by our own thoughts, our own minds, the negative feelings, they are making the man more and more sickly. So try to be positive in your approach. That is most important. You always think that nothing will happen to me. And for all senior citizens, before I ask your questions, just I am giving an introduction. Forget first about your age. Never think of your age. The moment you think of your age, all will come into mind. No BP, but BP comes. No sugar, but sugar comes. No depression, but depression comes. No osteoarthritis, osteoarthritis comes. Why? Because you think, I am now 75 years old. My grandfather had at this age osteoporosis. Otherwise you think, my mother-in-law at this age had uterus cancer. So kindly forget about the age first. As long as you think you are young, there are good hormones in the body, they are called positive hormones. The positive hormones always released in the body. The moment you say, the catecholamines will be released. They take care of your joint pains. They take care of your stress. Stress is the silent killer today. For everything we feel stress, but nothing we can change. We can't stop. Just now, Dr. Vaisali told what is happening next moment we don't know. That we all know. Then why stress? Let us take things as they come. Who thought that great Swami Vivekananda would die in middle 30s? Did anybody expect it like that? That's why let us take things as they come. Then nothing will happen. As long as you unnecessarily feel stress, you purchase stress nowadays. Everybody is purchasing stress. Stress is the causative factor for several, diseases in the body. Therefore, my dear, I don't want to call you senior citizens, my dear intelligent citizens. I want to call you all intelligent citizens, not senior citizens. You can make the world more beautiful. You can make the world more and more enthusiastic. With your experience, you can make the world more and more energetic. That's why when Bhishma was on the bed of arrows, Dharmaraja went and asked him, Grandfather, what is the greatest truth in the universe? Then Bhishma said, Nahi manushat kachit matram vijjate. Nothing is greater than man in the universe. Whatever you think about human beings, whatever you think of welfare of the humanity, whatever you think about the wellness of humanity, that itself is the greatest truth in the universe. So my dear friends, let us always think that God has given this Janma for us. If you believe in Janmas, it is only to make use of for the welfare of society. That is only the ultimate thing that gives us whatever you call, whether you call moksha, or you call salvation, or you call the body is leaving this world and going to some other world, because different faiths call in different ways. But the answer is one and the same, that is the peace of the mind. So for everything, mind is the origin. So kindly think that as long as you think service to India means service to millions who suffer, it means ending the poverty and ignorance and disease and inequality of opportunity. Our dream is to see that there is no inequality. Our dream is to see that there is no disease. Our dream is to see that there is no illness. But how long it is possible? But as long as we work hard, కృషితో నాస్తి దుర్భిక్షం జపతో నాస్తి పాతకం మౌనేన కలహో నాస్తి నాస్తి జాగ్రత్తో భయం. Then nothing will come to us. With these few words of introduction, having asked by Maharaj to just share my views with you, I am here, and please, any questions in the philosophy of health, spirituality of health, physical health, mental health, environmental health, social health, anything you feel in your mind, you can ask me. I will try to give some answers, and I think this is only a sort of exchange of your knowledge. I am here to receive some knowledge from you, so whatever you ask me, I will try to explain in the way that is possible, keeping in mind about the time and before lunch. Before lunch always very difficult time for people to hear, for people to speak. Thank you. I thank the Ramakrishna Mutt for having given me this opportunity to see such a beautiful lotus parts of Paramatma. You're all Paramatma Amsha, Paramatma Amsha. You are here. That's why I offer my pranams to lotus feet of all of you who are sitting here, and now it is your job to ask me any question.
So, one or two questions only, because we are already behind the schedule. Yeah. Huh? What happened? Yes. You can. Yeah.
I request the honorable gentleman to tell his name, from where he has come, and his question.
I am Colonel Radhakrishnan, a retired army officer from the Indian Army. I am living in Bangalore.
Thank you.
And for many years I am also...
Thank you very much. To the aging process. Already gene editing has been practiced in many parts of the world. Now, the life of man can be extended with all happiness and healthiness up to 150 years. That won't allow the man to register the names now, and we will see that they will live up to 150 years. Because there is so much of, research and available practically in many parts of the world. Thank you, Colonel.
My name is... Hello?
Yes, sir.
My name is Sridhar Subramaniam. You had told me not to reveal the age. There are two things. One is physical age and mental age. I will tell you my mental age, you understand my physical age. My mental age is 38.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, the thing is of late, I heard from Colonel, my son is in a force of commander, and I was an algebra profession. What I could not learn all these days, son be joined in a force is, and that's one of this thing, God has blessed me with everything. Is it true? I would like to involve myself in a spiritual this thing, and then I'll be checking with this thing. Lastly, sir,
Yeah.
if you have any this thing which I can hear on YouTube authority, very much obliged, so that it's really heartening to listen to your lectures also.
Your good name, sir?
Sridhar Subramaniam.
Sridhar Subramaniam Garu. So, you have said 2 ages, mental age. I want to make small change in that. Biological age and what is chronological age? What is mental age? What is usual age? People, for example, even at the age of 10 years, they may look like very old people. And people, even at the age of 80 years, They may speak like children. So, but what is this biological age and chronological age? By appearance, what you are, that is your biological age. What is chronological age? When you are born, in 52 or 40 or 45, and as in today, is it 75 or 73, that is chronological age. The mental age mostly depends on the genes. Very small girls, aged about 30. If you believe in this Janma theory, probably they were their great Maharajas. They have again born to complete the work they left. That is the psychological age where your brain is matured over and over and over. Because of, again, a chemical change, genetic change, environmental change, and what you are exposed to. And as a routine age, when they don't apply their mind and body, for them what to do, what is their goal in life, then normally their age stops at some level. However, people who would like to be more healthy, totally in age or a physical age. Because every day you can earn and learn many more things. After AI, artificial intelligence, we don't know what things are going to happen. But one thing we all must remember, even AI works as per our wish only. Unless this man becomes mad, AI won't become mad. So one need not worry about it. Technology may bring some changes, but technology may not going to take upper hand on the and human values and human philosophy and human spirituality. Shubhman ji, any sub-questions are there? Yeah. Sorry? I think the mic is not working.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Even though we are governed under karma theory, now people are afraid to go to hospitals and doctors.
Yes.
There is a common belief is that if you go to hospital, our this will be diagnosis, wrong diagnosis, and more treatment like that. How to have faith in all hospitals and doctors?
Your good name, sir?
My name is Manjunath Hebbar, retired employee of bank.
Mr. Tripathi.
Manjunath Hebbar.
Tripal.
Hebbar.
Okay. So his question is very, very relevant question in the present day. Once upon a time, when people see a physician, Vaidyo Narayano Hari. One. Yamatu Harati Pranani, Vaidyu Pranani Dhanani Cha. Being a doctor, talking like that, I know my limits. Still, truth is a truth. We our afraid more about their life. Forget about karma theory. The moment you go, if you go and say headache, first call, oh, your uterus is spoiled. We have to move uterus. 1,000 families, 15,000 families. Wait. Where the age of the women only between 20 and 25, none of them had uterus. It is not my statement, WHO statement. That means now the medical, it is only business. You people should be careful. It says 2 rupees brinjal, you think 100 times. Is it a good brinjal? Is it a bad brinjal? Have they used pesticides for the brinjal? Or are they done organic brinjal? When you are going to a doctor with all your sincerity and with all your faith in the doctor, you have to see Where the doctor, every day we find one announcement. Do you want PhD? Pay 15,000. We will provide you PhD from Peace University of Sri Lanka. Or some other university of Illinois, America. You pay 10,000, you will get PhD. So before you select a physician and the hospital, otherwise neurological or heart attack. But both, one is man-made, the other one is God-made. Okay?
Thank you, Dr. K. Surya Rao Garu, for your wonderful interaction with our senior citizens. On behalf of the Ashrama, I would like to present 2 books to him. Please accept.
Thank you so much. I am highly indebted to all of you for the opportunity you have given to me to talk to you. Also, I am highly indebted to the Ashram and Ramakrishna Math and Maharaj Ji for asking me to interact with you. I pray God, let all of us meet as and when possible. In any place it is possible. I am from Visakhapatnam and mostly I am available in Visakhapatnam. And any sort of service from my side, I request you, I will give my mobile number. Any time you can definitely call me. When I don't address means I am addressing somewhere like this. So then you would send a message. My number is very easy for you to remember, 93811 93811 49295. I repeat, 93811 49295. Why I am telling like this? We may say many things in lecture. We may give many promises in life. At least if you do 1 or 2 good things, that is the ultimate thing for anybody. So, any service, if you feel I can do for you, you can try to definitely get in touch with me. At times, simple suggestions will make people more and more happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Surya Rao Garu. Now, you have to please bear with us. You have to listen to another 2 lectures because it is already pre-planned. Only these 2 are additions. So, in order to compensate that, we are giving some Tetra Pak juice also. So please have it now and listen to another 2 talks.
Good afternoon to all of you. I now welcome the next speaker of today's session is Dr. Yamini Ramakrishna. She did her MBBS from Bangalore University in 2001 and then went on to do research and training and clinical practice from the University College of London, Whittington Hospital. Then again, she moved to US in 2007 to do PG training in internal medicine in the University of Massachusetts. She's got fellowship in geriatric medicine in Massachusetts General Medicine and General Medicine in Harvard University and national fellowship in palliative care medicine from IPM India. She has extensive experience in working with people of diverse cultural, socio-economic and educational background. Now she'll be giving a talk on understanding senior citizens' health. Over to you, madam.
So my pranams to all the Swamijis and heartfelt gratitude to Ramakrishna Math. It has been my companion throughout my life. And today I welcome all of you to my session. I will try to keep to the points. I was trying to prepare for this. This is my own topic of choosing, but I realize it's a very big topic. So I will restrict it to 10 points, but still it is very extensive. I do want to give some time for questions. We will see how it goes. When time is up, I hope somebody will come and just warn me about it. Okay? So right now we had some question from the audience about healthcare, how frightening it is to go to hospitals. We had our speaker just before me, sir had discussed about doctors and all these things. So today I have a choice for you, but still I want to go with what I have prepared. It is true, healthcare is very different, and it is just like any other store that you will go to for buying anything else. However, doctors are not the same. Doctors, it is not easy for anybody to be studying for 15, 20, 25, 35 years, to do all those night duties, 30, 35 hours every third day. We have been doing duties like that. I don't think it is so easy for anybody to endure such torture with, with that sort of training and that sort of rigorous, things. Many doctors will not be doing this for a business. I think it's very easy to keep a shop, any kind of eatery shop, they would earn much more than most of the doctors. And so if you think doctors are doing business, they are not. There is a lot of reality to it, what they are paid, how they are paid, lot of logistics are there. If I go into it, this session will not end. So I will recite things, but I'll just let you know, the doctor is your best advocate. The healthcare system is different. The doctor, we don't study anything about business, management, communication with patients. We don't study any of this. We don't read computer skills. We know nothing about this while you're doing a training. We only know how to treat a patient, how to talk to the patient, how to diagnose, how to treat. But when we get into these type of hospitals, even if a small pharmacy today is opening their own small hospital clinic and asking doctors to sit there so that they can make a business. Okay? So you must understand that no doctor who has a mind which is, properly working will get into this profession to earn money. You cannot earn money if you do your profession the way it has to be done. And what is happening on the business side, all the hospitals, whatever are set up by either doctors who have some kind of training in management skills, their parents are doctors or they know how to set up places, or it has all been set up by people who know about these skills, okay? So you have to go with your doctors, understand that you yourself know, if your children, grandchildren, if anybody is a doctor, you will know what kind of how difficult it is for them to endure psychologically, physically, emotionally. We're seeing a lot of pain, suffering, and we are also suffering because our needs are not met in this profession. Okay? So, all right. So I will just end there. I will not go into more details. So now I thought I'll just understand. I just want to give you an understanding of, someone was mentioning about how you go to the hospital and then they said something is wrong with my kidney and something else is going on. Why this is happening? So most of us here might have taken retirement or semi-retirement. So when we age, you all know that you are not able to work as much as you were able to work when you were in your 20s or 30s, right? Many things are sort of slowing down a little bit. The same thing happens inside the body also. Many things are taking a little semi-retirement, okay? Everybody is slowing down a little bit, all the organs, okay? And if we think about the system as such, we can think the body is like a cricket team, basically. You can think your heart, kidney, all the organs, your skin, everything is like a team member. And each team member has already had little bit less reserve than what they had. So they are functioning at level much less than what it was when they were in their 20s or 30s. So now, when some particular team member is not doing that well, the other team members are supposed to support and bring up the scores. Right? This is exactly what happens in a cricket team or any other team, and this is what happens in the body throughout your life. The other organs will start compensating, try to fight up and keep up the numbers. However, as you age, because their reserve is a little bit less, when one of the organs tries to hold the hand of the other organ, that organ cannot hold itself. Where will it hold the other person? So they start dipping down. So we will see that each one of the organs is codependent and their capacity to run the machine becomes a little bit less than what it was before. So this comes to, the question that someone was mentioning. Suppose you had one issue, you just had some small, small cough. You went into the hospital and then suddenly after, they said get admitted, you look dehydrated, and next day they are getting some tests, they'll tell you, your kidney doesn't seem to be working that well. And after some time, you'll see your father, mother, whoever it was, the older person will start talking something you don't understand. They think they are sitting in a zoo and they're trying to catch hold of some things. They're getting confused, okay? And all sorts of things are happening. And after some time, doctor will come and tell you, oh, it looks like that heart is not working properly, we need to do an ECG. So this is very confusing for the lay person. But if you understand the concept of a team, that each one of this tries to hold on to the other, and that person they're holding on to be strong enough, cards are starting to fall, okay? So it is not making up these stories. The numbers are there. It is how the human system works. And everybody doesn't go through this. I'm not saying that everyone, one thing goes wrong, 10 other things will go wrong. No, it doesn't happen that way. It also depends on your own innate capacity, your reserve, your physical fitness, your functional level. Lot of things are there. But generally, this is what happens in the body. There is a second concept we have in senior citizens health or geriatrics called atypical manifestation of disease. What this essentially means is, suppose I'm giving an example of pneumonia. I thought that's a good example. In a younger person having pneumonia, the person will come with a cough. He's going on bringing up lot of sputum. He's looking very sick, high fevers, dehydrated. You know, everybody knows he's very sick. He cannot breathe. All symptoms are there, and they say you have a chest cold, chest infection. In a person who is of a senior citizen age, perhaps has some other illnesses as well, like diabetes or something else also which he has, this person will have a very small kind of cold. It look like it just have a little bit of cough or doesn't feel like he has any fever. Many people, older people, will not have a fever even if they have a big infection. They might have a temperature which is a little bit lower than the usual body temperature. That also will happen, okay? So this person goes to the hospital now, then what happens? Now we know that then the doctor has to do more tests, because a simple pneumonia can present like a cough, right? A small cough. And suddenly when the doctor starts checking the parameters, the blood pressure might be 80 by 50. Okay, the oxygen saturation might be 86. At that time they say you have to go to the ICU, and then you will be wondering, what are you talking, doctor? I just came with a small cough and cold and you're giving me such numbers. But this is what is the picture, you know, because the body, even if you have something which is big, it will present in a small way. I'll give you certain examples so you can pick up these clues in your family or anyone else and take them to the hospital. Patient will not be able to eat or interested in eating. Patient will feel very tired. Patient will say, I am feeling little dizzy. Patient will not be interested in reading his newspaper, doesn't want to watch TV. Okay, patient might say, oh, I don't know whether I had lunch or I had breakfast, I'm confused. So, you know, a patient might start falling. Okay, or suddenly patient will pass urine without his knowledge or her knowledge. So all these very strange symptoms, or patient will have just constipation. You know, some very symptoms that you will not even take seriously. These type of symptoms are what, you know, you will have to be alert and take them and get evaluated. And why the healthcare cost is always high. So as patients age, it's just during their senior years that more than 75% or even more of the healthcare expenditure for the entire lifetime is spent in those last years of their life, especially towards the end. All the expenditure you have to keep there, because right now if you come with a cough or something for a thing, we have to do everything. We don't know whether that cough is heart failure. We don't know if the cough is pneumonia, right? We don't know if that cough has got something to do with your stomach, some obstruct. We don't know if something has gone there, the food has gone through the wrong side, something else is going on. A lot of things we have to investigate. And because each one of these organs are interlinked, you know, we have to call more specialists, and so your bill will naturally be high. Okay? So please go with what I'm saying. It is the truth. All right? So also because of all these changes, previously you were taking some medications. I know when I sit in the free clinic, people are always coming. I have some sore throat, my nose is blocked, and I'm having cold, headache. Young people come all the time. I always tell them, remember one thing, this is a cold, it will go away in a week's time, whether you take medicine or not. You just take some warm water with honey, you'll be all right. But they don't listen, because I tell them, when you get old, that same cough medicine I gave you today, that medicine I cannot give you in your senior citizen years. that medicine will make people have constipation, difficulty passing urine, may not be able to see properly, make them confused. Okay, people will fall, they will have hip fracture. Okay, all these symptoms just with one cold medicine that you're taking, your Benadryl, whatever it is, right? So just remember that certain small symptoms when you have, those symptoms, everything doesn't need to be treated with medicines, because the medicine doses that you were tolerating before, the medicines you are taking, it does not only does it not work, it will cause some other side effects, and then we have to treat that one. Okay, it can be very dangerous side effects as well. Okay, so when a patient comes to see any of the senior citizen come, we already know that this particular patient compared to a younger patient is coming with a background history. Background by what we mean is, see, you all have been through life, you have had families, children, your children went to school, college, got married, had their own children, you had a lot of stresses at work, your family, you faced a lot of, many different things have happened, health issues have come, some health issues have continued, you're taking medications, every month you're paying some bills related to medicines or some tests you have to do, you're already coming with these type of things, right? And when you come to us, we already know that some of you might be dependent for doing some things on some family member, or some of you might be taking care of children or older people or your husband, wife, whoever it is. You might be a caregiver for somebody else, taking care of their needs. And you yourself also have other impairment, maybe hearing is a little difficult, you need some glasses, things are there, some impairments. So we have to assess your health on this background that you're coming with. It is not like a clean slate, okay? So this kind of an evaluation does take time, okay? So when I'm going to the fifth point, which I want to cut short and tell you why this is important, is when you go to a doctor, you always have to go prepared for the consultation. Okay, you all know that doctors in Bangalore city, at least I was very shocked when I had to go. I have been a patient, I have been doctor, I have been caregiver, I know all these roles I have played. Doctor, I was asking, my family, why the doctor is taking less than 5 minutes? Every time my father, every doctor we go, he'll keep my card and he'll say, give this card, you'll get another few more minutes with the doctor. Tell them you're a doctor, you're a physician. I never used the word Dr. Yamini to go and tell any doctor this. I used to go as a patient. But after coming to India, I've started using the name doctor. Abroad, I never used my name doctor. Only in the hospital, that is my job and profession. But over here, I have to use it so that to make sure I get that few more minutes. And why the doctor is in such a hurry, why, that is a different part of the story. Okay, as I said, that is a different thing. I have to talk about it another day. But when you go there, I want you to go there prepared with your history. All of you who can read, write, take a little cardboard piece, whatever, wedding card, whatever you have, plain sheet, write down what history you have had. Year 2000 I have hernia repair, year so and so I have cataract surgery, I have diabetes for 10 years, I have high blood pressure for 2 years. Write down all that history. Make sure you write down what allergies you have in big bold red letters in that little card. Another card, this particular card, what you can do is you can keep it in your purse wherever it is. Everybody should know what is your history. So as soon as you go to the doctor, you have to show this card. In addition to that, I want you also to take all your medications, whether it's herbal supplements, vitamins, Ayurvedic medicines, whatever medicine you're taking, put everything in one bag and take it to the doctor, okay? Because if I ask you to take the prescription or, ask you to write a list of medicines, it becomes very difficult for doctors, because many patients, they might write Amlong or they may write Glycomet, and some doctors like me don't know what is Glycomet. I have to see what the chemical time consuming, it's not possible, and patients might not understand. So don't bring the prescription, don't show the doctor's prescription and tell me these medicines are all what I'm using, because I can't read the handwriting sometimes, and sometimes the brand names I have to use the same Google method. Of course, when you go to the doctor's office, if you've been seeing some of the doctors, you must take the prescription so the doctor understands what has been used, what was the doctor's thinking process before you have visited, so that he does not follow the same pathway, something that has not worked. At least they know that. Many people think when I go to the doctor, I should not talk about the previous consultation. Let it be a fresh new one, fresh new look. No, you're making a mistake, because what happens is this doctor might be giving you the same medicines and might, and you will not get better, So that is the reason. Take all the prescriptions. Certain things which your test reports done in the last 6 months, very valid. Please take it in and go along. ultrasound reports, MRI scan, CT scan. Just don't bring the scan, please bring the report. Many of us are not very good at reading these type of scans, so we need the report also. So make sure these things we can't repeat again and again. You have to bring these things. I must tell you one thing, most of the doctors, we don't have the time to look at all this in detail. For me, usually when I do an online consultation, for me to review this itself, it takes about 30 minutes. To be honest, because I have to check on Google, I have to check each one, I have to formulate what is going on with this patient before I see the patient. So when you take it, it's always good. Okay, if the doctor is interested, he will see. So he's not missing out something or repeating something unnecessarily. And discharge summaries. Please take the discharge summaries. Don't tell I was hospitalized last year for something happened. Because when you read the discharge summary, I will know exactly what procedure was done, why it was done, why that medicine was started or stopped, or many things will be there. Next, moving on to what, in a consultation, usually how we do the consultation is first we take the history. I already told you, background history, what all things I need. I will ask you some questions. Okay, the history is there. The second important thing is examination, which the doctor touches you, does, sees what is going on. Third thing is, depending on the history and examination, third thing, I will order the test which is required to confirm or clarify my diagnosis or support whatever I'm thinking. And only in the end will I write some medicines if it's required, or I will come back with the tests, I will tell you what to do. Many times, lot of counseling is required because some of the issues may not require medicines, it needs counseling. Okay, or little education about sleeping and different food habits. That's what is required. For the history, one thing I should tell you is the history takes a very long time. The entire MBBS syllabus of 5 years that we study, in the exam, only thing most of the examination people are worried is the history and exam. You should demonstrate to the to the invigilator who's coming there. So we should know the history. But when we become a consultant and sit over there, we get less than 5 minutes or maybe even 10 or 15, whatever. I should do the history. And most of the patients who come, the senior citizens or whoever, usually the senior citizens have a long list, right? You all know, even I might have a long list. Sleep issue will be there, some joint will be paining, stomach issue will be there, family, some stressor is going on over there, okay, some urine issue will be there. Lot of several issues are going on. So now what happens is, I will just give you the example of pain. Okay, if a person is coming with pain, just one pain, has at least 8 questions I have to ask. I'll give you an example. When you go to a doctor, you should be prepared. I'm asking you when this happened, what happened. People are just not they're just thinking. Don't think. I'll give you an example. You can practice at home. So if you have leg pain, I will ask you the question, where is your leg paining? When did the pain start? Okay, does the pain move in any other direction? What makes the pain worse? What makes the pain better? Okay, and is there something else also you're experiencing with the pain? Is there something pulling? Are you finding, that your leg is feeling weak? Other symptoms which are coming with the pain. Another thing is, what is the type of pain? Is the pain is burning? Is the pain is, it is pricking type of pain? Is it throbbing pain? Is it aching? I will ask you so many questions. And and with the pain again, so many other things are there to do in the exam. It's a very simple thing. But the leg pain might be very simple thing, it might be some varicose veins. You have been walking too long somewhere, or it could be something very serious as your blood supply has been blocked in that leg, okay? So I need to ask. So when you come with a long list of issues, please understand that there are 2 approaches that doctors will do. For politeness, also to make the time efficient, I can say, okay, you have pain, not to worry. This usually happens in our charitable clinics because patients want this. I'll give you some pain medicine, 3 days, take it, you'll be fine. Sleep problems, not to worry, I'll give you something, take it for a couple of days. Your stomach is hurting, I'll give you Pan 40. And maybe if you're feeling tired and busy, okay, I'll give you some Weltin, and if you're tired, just do a blood count. Because they know many patients will not come back with blood tests. They will write it, but they may not come back. Where is the time to ask those questions? And where back and need to understand it and process it and come up with something that, so please understand, whenever you go to the doctor, you must tell them, if you have 8 issues, tell them, doctor, I have 8 problems I've written down. How? Because one problem might be linked to the other problem and I want to know about it. However, I let the doctor know that which is your most important 1 or 2 problems I want to address today. I will come back next day or next time. Of course, it is going to be expensive, but you are going to benefit from it. You will not get unnecessary tests, unnecessary medicines. Doctor is also not happy doing this. We are not happy doing this. I don't like, that's why most of the times you won't see me in the charitable clinic, because this is what patients are asking for. And if you go to, I just got this idea when I was preparing for this talk, that a teacher used to say, what the mind does not know, the eyes do not see. A doctor who is just a house surgeon, just finished MBBS, does not see any snakes. But as you keep on progressing, you use 3 years in MD medicine, another 3 years you would have studied cardiology. Like that, people study so much, only that one particular organ, heart, for 3 years. And when you go there and you tell them, they start seeing all the snakes. They know what to do, what is going on. So when you go to a specialist, what happens is, he will not give you a medicine and send you out. If it's something simple, they will tell you and give you one medicine. But usually when you go to the specialist, your problem only will, it will seem to be bigger. Actually it is not, but the specialist will have to do more tests, ask you more questions. He might have to refer you to some other colleagues. So my honest suggestion is, if we people don't want to get all those things, perfectly fine. Go to the doctor who you think will write medicines for you. It's easy for that, for you also to understand, for you also it is acceptable. And it is all very expensive going to consult, specialists. You have to run around them. If it is not for you, please don't go there. Because we always think, I've had this problem for 7-8 years, let me go to the big doctor, big hospital, pay the 2,000 rupees. But the 2,000 rupees many times it might not be the end of your problem. It might just be the starting of trying to discover what else has gone wrong, and more tests and more costs. Okay? So I hope you will understand this. All right. So I'll try to finish in a little while. I'll just give you a little bit about tests I wanted to tell, because these days I know health checks are there. People are doing tests every 3 months, 6 months, every year. The health packages all around the street. You have diagnostic centers. You don't need any doctors. You can get any test you want, right? So there are 3 types of tests, okay? Nowhere in any textbook of medicine so far, I'm also preparing for another exam. Everywhere I'm seeing is first history, physical exam, and then you decide on what test to do and everything. We don't do the test and go back and understand what problem the patient might have. So when you go, there are 3 types of tests coming to it. When you are very sick, you go to the hospital, doctor, they will do some tests. Those are one type of test. The second type of test is called a screening test. Screening test is when I want to detect a disease very, very early. I want to pick up the disease so that I can prevent complications. Like diabetes screening, we're checking for diabetes early, we're checking lipid profile, right? So, and in women we might do mammogram, we might tell to get a bone density scan, or this type of tests. These are called screening tests, so that we can catch the cancer, we can catch the illness quickly and treat it so that the person does not deteriorate. The third, and of course in India we are not doing most of the screening tests, which is because it is really expensive and it's not acceptable by the people as well. Monitoring tests are there, especially when I give a certain kind of medications. What happens is we have to monitor. Like I've given this medicine, 3 months later, 1 month later, I have to see whether this medicine is working, whether this medicine has caused any kidney injury, any liver injury, because that is a known side effect of that medicine. So whenever I give medicines, I always warn people about the side effects, what you should look out for, and what tests you need to do. Okay? Those are the only 3 types of tests, and there's no concept of please don't unnecessarily waste your blood in the labs. I always advise you, first you need to go to the doctor, tell the doctor, I've come for a health checkup, doctor, this is my history, these medicines I take, I have these allergies, please let me know what tests are suitable for me. The doctor will tell you. Of course you have to pay the consultation fees this time, because in the diagnostic center you don't pay that, right? So you have to go to the doctor. Once he does that, then you get all your tests and show it to the doctor. So that way, it's more and you are also getting value for what you are spending, right? So your doctor is always your best advocate. Another thing I want to add, because it's very commonly seen in India, is people, I also get a lot of calls, people who have friends, relatives, whoever, they're doctors, always they keep calling the doctors and, they keep asking, oh my, this is happening to me. They send all the reports. Some of my friends, as soon as they do some test, all the reports are on my WhatsApp. It is good. You can always ask for second opinion, ask them what is going on. But you must understand your doctor is always your anchor, because your doctor knows your entire history. Your doctor has done an exam. with a relative, with a friend, I cannot ask them some things in the history. I can ask any history I want from a patient who's paid me the fees. But a patient, who's my relative, friend, anybody else I know, even my mother and father, I cannot ask those type of questions. Right? I cannot ask them. The lot of questions we ask were very intrusive, very personal. I can do any kind of an exam I want. When you go to a doctor's office, kind suggestion, please wear very loose clothes. We want access to your body. If you wear something tight, I can't get here, there. You are missing out, that's it. My stethoscope should be on your skin. It should not be on your dress. Right, on any of material. That is how we are taught. But over here we can't do all those things. People, patients are also not happy with some things like this. So imagine, this is the thing, I will get more, the doctor knows more than a friend or relative. A friend or relative might look at some lab tests. And what are they going to find out of it? And coming to that, one thing over there, the liver is only, I'm just giving you an example, the liver is only one organ, right? Only one organ, you can't have 10 different livers, only one liver. But the number of diseases that can affect the liver are thousands, maybe more than that, right? You can have fatty liver, you can have dengue, you can have heart failure, you can have cancer, anything will affect the liver. If you just go to the diagnostic lab and get a liver test which is abnormal and then show it to me, most of the young people, I'm saying, I usually see most young people from corporate world, and they come with all these tests. They themselves, if they're sick, they will do all the tests, and one test will be abnormal, and they will take a consultation, for that one particular test, and fine, everything else looks good. But remember, how am I going to know what disease you have got looking at that one number? I don't have your history, I don't have exam. Now I have to do something. Intelligence might do it. And remember that machine that is sitting over there, it's only a machine. It will make